Shortly before 2 o'clock this afternoon, Executive Director Daniel Cano and Project Coordinator Ernest Raymond, both representatives of the Social Investment Fund, proceeded towards a work site where the Dangriga Municipal Market is presently being constructed. There, they were met by a small gathering of protesters, residents who are demanding jobs, as well as the immediate continuation of the suspended project. This succeeds a letter issued on September 6th, effectively cancelling a contract awarded to developer Kennard Smart. Entangled in the fix are the investments of Lyndon Bailey and Gushan Emmy Ramirez, who have injected $75,000 and $600,000 respectively.
We did have an issue with Mr. Smart, and we end up, because of our interest of all the money that we have injected, we end up taking over, coming on and performing, having this project going, as you can see right now to date. We still have people working here, and we have a lot of material, we have a lot of investment, and the banks are there to prove that. I even end up guaranteeing the performance bond. And because of all these, of course, injection, like we said, of funds into this whole thing, it was of our interest to keep this project going.
Despite assuming a project that was initially undertaken by Smart on behalf of K&G Construction Limited, the Ramirezes were not informed of the termination in writing. Mayor Gilbert Suazo was notified of the cancellation last Saturday via email.
I have not received any adverse report from anyone, not the project monitoring committee, neither did I receive any information from anyone from SIF indicating that there are some challenges on the project until Saturday, which was, I believe, the 7th. Saturday morning, when I got into my email, it was then that I saw this letter dated the 6th, and Friday was the 6th, last week Friday, which is indicating that the contract for the market is revoked, terminated. I was surprised and shocked.
And so were the Ramirezes. Up until then, they were unaware of an issue regarding the progress of the work, since a new deadline had been set for October 31st. According to Cano, the cancellation follows several hold-ups on Smart's end of the agreement.
The contract was brought to an end last Friday by SIF. After trying to work through the issues with the delays on the part of the contractor and not seeing a way forward. The contract is valued at about $1.3 million and was signed last May with a completion date of this July, which has since lapsed. We gave an extension up to this October, but even now the works are still not even halfway complete, so we have had to take the decision to close the contract.
That closure brings with it a tsunami of allegations, including an elaborate pyramid scheme on Smart's end, as well as extortion on the part of the Social Investment Fund.
Miss Amy, she had found herself in the same problem that I found myself in. So we all started to have a series of meetings, along with the people from SIF as well, to see how we can work things out. But the key problem was finance, money. Anyway, we had meeting with the contractor general, and all this while after giving him all the information, he was saying to us that definitely something is wrong at SIF.
That information included email correspondences between Kennard Smart and the contractor general. In one letter sent on February 13th, Smart admits to having paid several employees of SIF thousands of dollars over a period of time, dating back to December 2009. Those employees include Enrique Romero and Mike Hernandez, whose names appear in checks from K&G Construction. The most shocking revelation is that Cano himself was allegedly party to the scheme, having received $11,000 in cash, reportedly in two installments of $1,000 and $10,000 respectively. There are checks or copies of checks that have been issued to me to have a look at with regards to names that have been buttered, so to speak, dating back to 2009, and these would be checks that were made out from K&G Limited to Mike Hernandez and to Mr. Romero from SIF. There's also an allegation that on one instance you were paid $11,000, $1,000 at the office and $10,000 in a black plastic bag. I have a copy of that particular email that was sent to the Contractor General. Do you care to respond to these allegations?
I am aware of the allegations, and it's something very serious that has been alleged, something that SIF and the government are looking at very closely. In fact, this matter is being investigated by an entity outside of SIF, and really, because of that, I can't say a whole lot more about it. It is a matter of under investigation, and if wrongdoing is found, then clearly measures will have to be taken against the officers who were involved in that.
You are also named in this particular allegation, sir.
I am aware of that as well. And likewise, the same applies to me. If there is wrongdoing found, then I should be held to the same standard.
While that investigation has been commissioned, the financiers are simply trying to recover their investments.
As the financier, I only feel that SIF have, taken a decision, an action to undermine me as a businesswoman, knowing fully well what we have invested in this project, when they have been assuring me that everything is okay and that we're performing, and they were very happy, and that, and you can see what is going on. So we had other things that was being discussed. I do have evidence, but because of contemplating legal action against SIF and whoever else that I have to take in, I would rather not say more.
Kano says that both Bailey and the Ramirezes would have to recover their losses from SMART. Left without an adequate marketplace are the vendors in Dangriga, who have been displaced for over a year.
So all those issues put together, the limited amount of employment for the residents of Dangriga, the inconvenience caused to all the people of Dangriga, the users, including the vendors, that convenience needs to stop as early as possible. Furthermore, the income loss to the vendors is something that cannot be continued to be tolerated. Is SIF or the government of Belize going to reimburse those people for the loss?
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.